Behold, I am coming soon. Blessed is the one who keeps the words of prophecy in this book. And I am John, who heard and saw these things. And when I had heard and seen them, I fell down to worship at the feet of the angel who had shown me these things. But he said to me, Do not do that. I am a fellow servant with you and your brothers the prophets, and with those who keep the words of this book. Worship God. Ezekiel chapter 10, verse 9. Then I looked, and behold, 4 wheels beside the cherubim, 1 wheel beside each cherub, and the appearance of the wheels was like the gleam of a Tarshish stone. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 2. Seraphim stood above him, each having 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, and with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he flew. Daniel chapter 10, verse 10. A hand touched me and set me trembling on my hands and knees. He said, Daniel, you who are highly esteemed, consider carefully the words I'm about to speak to you, and stand up, for I have now been sent to you. And when he said this to me, I stood up trembling. The physical appearance description of angels in the scriptures were terrifying to the eyes of men because of their fierce forms, and they carried an overwhelming presence because they were something far beyond what the human brain could process. They were beings beyond the physical, beyond matter, energy, space, time, and reality as we know it in general. The brain tries to process what it's seeing. The pattern recognition centers going into overdrive, trying to find any comprehensible fragments it can, and the result is a terrifying visage that is only the closest approximation to its true form that the brain can compute, and even then, it's a very terrifying one. I am the bondservant of Christ John, called of God to reveal the fearful versions of God. I am called to war in the heavenly realms and arrest forces of darkness in the atmosphere and establish the freedom of God's people in the realms of God, and we will subdue the fowl of the air.
There's a war, Celeber, that is about to break forth upon the face of the earth. Between the princes of darkness and the princes of light, but the custodians and the commanders are humans. There are billions of spirit entourage waiting to descend upon the earth by the command of the princes of light. Join me to war. Please join me to war.
The war has begun. We are strategically positioned.
The evil day is coming. Only God can war against principalities. Wake up. Now that means that the final warfare that is coming is not the warfare of casting demons out, healing the sick, or prosperity. No, sir. There is an evil day coming. That evil day is the day where and when all principalities and powers and rulers of darkness will come to war against believers. This is the war between the sons of darkness that have hosted, that have become the habitation of principalities, powers, rulers of darkness, and spiritual wickedness in the heavenly realms. They will give the open door for these creatures to take forms. There is a place in God where a man can put on the second person of the Godhead as a garment. So you can have Christ inside you, but Christ in you does not give you capacity to war against principalities and powers. But Christ on you gives you the position, the power, the ability, the influence to dethrone principalities, powers, rulers of darkness and spiritual wickedness in the heavenly realms. Every breath I have, I'm going to use to war in the atmosphere, disrupting the agenda of the Antichrist, arresting forces in the atmosphere, disrupting their systems to establish the freedom of God's people in the realms of God, opening portals, angels are descending, disrupting the plans of the devil. Men are coming out of darkness. Hey, Shahila, get out of religion. What we are preaching is the revelation of after salvation. I am not a church. I am not a church. I am war. I am war.